Hello everybody, and today we're going to be doing a Bible review on a Bible I just recently got, well, kind of last week, kind of the week before last. I had ordered this in the top green cowhide. I didn't care for it, and I'm not a fan of top green cowhide. I just thought I'd give it a shot because I've not had the top green cowhide from church. I've had it from local church, not from church, but I got it and I was like, it's not for me. I prefer the flexibility you get with calfskin. So I gave that one away and ordered the calfskin Church Bible Publishers 120 RL wide margin Cameo. So we're going to compare this to the 120 from local church, and I'll show you the main difference between the two. There's really just like two that I know of. Yeah, we're going to go over this. This is not the Bible that I intended to do my next review on, but since it seems to be the new hot thing from Church Bible Publishers, I was going to do the hand-sized turquoise review next. But this one's going to jump the gun, or jump the shark, whatever you want to call it. Jump up to number one on the list, and we're going to take it down on the table, and we're going to go through it and compare it a little bit to the local church 120 and see how similar and how different they are. So let's take it down. So what we have here is the new Church Bible Publishers 120 RL, which is a wide margin Cameo. And you might be thinking to yourself, is it like the local church 120? Because they had a 120. They still sell it as far as I know. You'd be correct. It's not exactly the same though. Not exactly the same. Here's the local church rendition. This is the genuine, what is this, top green cowhide, and this one is the iron calfskin. I bought it originally in a top green cowhide, but I just didn't care for it, so I gave it away, and I bought the calfskin one because I like calfskin better. I like it softer. Plus it was pretty much just like this cover, pretty thick and stiff. But I only got this one out to show you real quickly. There's a margin in the center here. If I can see the margin in the center. Whereas the local church rendition, I can get it in frame here. Zoom out. No margin. They brought the text into the gutter. I mean, not all the way, but to where there's not really enough room in there to write. While as this one gives you, well, I wouldn't say plenty, but you know, enough. It gives you enough room in there to write. But as far as the dimensions go, it is the exact same size as the local church. Zoom out, Richard, zoom out. Exact same dimensions as the local church rendition, except of course doesn't have the red undergold art gilding. But anyway, we're going to be talking about this one today, the Church Bible Publishers one. Good, soft iron calfskin. I love their iron calfskin. You can actually see the grain in it without having to roll it a little bit, but you know, as soon as you start rolling it, that grain really starts to show. But anyway, got the raised hubs. They're not as defined on this one as on the local church. You can see The local church spines kind of stand out a little bit more. And for all I know, it could have been that way on the calfskin one, or the other one of these I got, but I don't know. I only had it for less than a week before I gave it away. But it does have raised hubs, and you can see the spine has all the normal markings. Holy Bible, red letter, authorized King James, and CBP on the bottom. And of course, cover is stitched around the edges, all the way around. Synthetic liner, that's what I'm told, but very nice synthetic. Edge lined up in the book block there. We got your cardstock pages. Your Cambridge turquoise style family record. I passed one, didn't I? There we go. Presentation page, family records, children, marriages, grandchildren, and then deaths with the black instead of the blue. It's your title page here. See if I can get this. I'm not used to doing reviews with this camera, but it has 120 RL C1 BK down there. And you can see it's very faint. It's not a dark red, but you can see the red under gold there. That the to the Most High and Mighty Prince James, by the grace of God. Epistle dedicatory, I think they call that. Oh, there's the epistle dedicatory. The books of the Old and New Testament in order. Tables and signs used in the book, and then Genesis. And this is a bold text here. And I'm not going to say it's the boldest I've ever seen, but it's pretty bold. To give you an idea there. We'll compare it since we have this here. The local church version has the translator to the readers, whereas the church one does not. Can see the church Bible Publishers one's a little bit darker. Sorry guys. Oh, this camera. I got it at such an angle where I can't see the view screen. But it's a tad bit darker. If you couldn't see it, take my word for it. And it's self-pronouncing, of course. 2 black ribbons. About the usual kind of ribbons you'd expect to get from church. You probably won't see the red letter. Here's an example of the red letter, and it's pretty consistently red like that. show you, you should already know this, but I'll show you anyway. The self-pronouncing part. More of the red, pretty consistently. Not the darkest red you're probably going to see, but it's not pink. It's not pink. Words of Christ in red in Revelation as well. Notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pages for notes. Bible maps. A list of the maps. You got your map index. Then you got your maps. So I'm told these are a little bit older, not the newest ones, not the newest Cambridge maps they have, but if you use maps, I don't ever use them, so some people like maps. Then more cardstock pages, and you're done. My only gripe about this Bible was when I first got it. Apparently, I don't know what they did with the gilting on it, but when I opened it, it was covered in gold dust, like gold glitter, I guess. And it took a couple times using it to get all that glittery stuff off of the Bible and myself, because it got all over me too. But that is the Church Bible Publishers 120 RL Cambridge Cameo wide margin.